I've never been on a girls' trip. I don't remember the last time I had a sleepover. I mean, unless something else was going on.
Beyond her impeccable style and success in the fashion industry, Jenna Lyons has a haunting tale from her past that has shaped her into the powerhouse she is today. So, what could it be? Well, stay tuned as we uncover it all. Hey, I'm Kat. Welcome back to Rumor Has It. On the reality TV show The Real Housewives of New York, Jenna has always captured the hearts of viewers and even her co-stars with her personality. However, many fans have noticed that Jenna always has her guard up and never lets anyone close. She never really tries to connect with the others on the show, which makes them all curious. Brynn Whitfield, one of the other stars of the show, once pointed out this behavior to Jenna, while adding that she doesn't know anything personal about Jenna Lyons. "You gave us gifts instead of connecting," Brynn said. "I think maybe you're just a little bit more guarded," Erin Lychee, another RHONY star, had said.
Why can't, you'll love it.
I'm nervous that, I'll be awkward, I'm not gonna fit in, I'm nervous I'll say something stupid, I'm nervous I'll, need alone time and everyone will be like, what the hell, why? But I'm here and I'm excited, cautiously excited. Okay, first of all, I want to know, what do I get special before they get here?
The co-stars gradually became more interested in Jenna's personal life, and even began thinking that the star didn't like them enough to share things about her with them, even though they openly shared theirs with her. To put an end to all these thoughts, Jenna decided to let them in on some of her deepest secrets. While responding to Erin's statement, Jenna retorted saying, "Yeah, I'm f***ing guarded. I've been f***ed so many times and that has nothing to do with you guys. And if that comes off as not wanting to participate or not wanting to try or not wanting to be a friend, I apologize. That's not my intention at all." While it's crystal clear that the fashion icon has nothing against her co-stars on the show, many fans still wonder what exactly Jenna could have gone through to make her so guarded. A recent episode of the show, which featured their group trip to Anguilla, revealed Jenna's traumatic story. While trying to let her co-stars know that her guarded up behavior had nothing to do with them, she revealed several issues she faced while growing up. It all began when she was 4, the same period her family moved to California. At such a young age, Jenna was already being subjected to constant bullying due to her health problems.
I have a genetic disorder called incontinentia pigmentea, which is really fun to say. Basically what it means is all my teeth are fake. There's a lot of fake.
They look
I know.
good.
I paid a lot of money for them. My hair is also fake. I could take it off. It's like a hat. It's not a wig, but it's like a hat. And then my eyelashes are fake. I have no eyebrows, and I also have scars all over my skin.
Little Jenna suffered from this terrible, rare genetic disorder that scarred her skin and also caused her hair to fall out and her teeth to be irregularly shaped. Until the 10th grade, I only had about 14 very small, cone-shaped teeth and huge gaps in the rest of my mouth. This was the main reason Jenna started wearing dentures. So far, she's had nothing less than 14 oral surgeries and has battled hyperpigmentation. Girls from her school would whisper while snickering and saying things like bald behind her back, making fun of young Jenna. What made things worse for her was that she never knew she had the disorder until the whispers, as her parents never told her about it. She always assumed she was the same as everyone else in school. Jenna asserted that discovering her genetic condition in such a way made her introverted and closed off to people generally. This affected her ability to mingle and relate with people. Hence, the concept of building real connections with people in a more personal way just didn't appeal to Jenna because she was never brought up that way. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, the fashion icon grew up in a household that was fraught with challenges. Jenna's parents got divorced while she was very young, leaving poor Jenna to navigate the complexities of a broken family dynamic. This pivotal moment alongside her genetic disorder marked the beginning of a turbulent journey for young Jenna. Jenna's mother, who died in September 2022, was a struggling piano teacher, and she faced a lot of challenges which defined most of Jenna's childhood. Jenna's mom was diagnosed with severe Asperger's, and this prevented the star from being able to form any emotional connection with anyone. Jenna stated that she didn't even know about her mother's disorder until she was 44. In addition to her parents' divorce, this period subjected Jenna to being a witness to the painful battles and the unstable environment in her home at the time. This forever altered her perception of love and security. The situation in her home was quite intense, and Jenna and her brother were expected to be mute at all times. After school, they couldn't put on the TV and had to go quietly to their rooms and remain isolated there. Imagine not being able to express yourself or tell stories about the events that took place in school for the day. Jenna admitted to the girls that she didn't know any better as a child, as the side effect of her mother's disorder in her was zero emotion. Jenna went through things that a child shouldn't have experienced. She wasn't able to reach out to people to hang out with them due to her fear of rejection. "I won't ask people to do things with me because I'm so afraid that they'll say no. know. It's a holdover from those days of rejection, Jenna said. I just assume people don't want to be with me, and the only way I know if they really do is if they seek me out, she concluded. But that's not all. Little Jenna was also being bullied in school, and despite many complaints from herself and her mother, the school never did anything about it. Having to deal with her disorder and the constant bullying took a huge toll on Jenna. For one, I became a pathological liar. I would make up stories to make myself interesting. I'd say I was moving to France or that I was learning how to fly, things I thought would make me seem cool. Jenna grew up having these habits, some of which couldn't really be controlled until very much later in life. However, the painful experience of enduring taunts and ridicule from her peers led to feelings of isolation and self-doubt, leaving her emotionally scarred. This is the reason she admitted to her co-stars on the show, saying that everyone is broken. She claimed that while she was aware of her life challenges and trauma, the other girls must have also had problems at various points in their lives. The realization of it all dawned upon the stars of the show, which created a deep and meaningful moment as they all bonded while sharing stories of the various challenges they'd faced. Sai, one of the stars on the show, revealed that she'd also grown up in an unstable home during her childhood. For a long period, Sai's mom was a terrible alcoholic, and this affected Sai's upbringing. She would wake up and she would drink all day, and she just became this person who was no longer my mother, Sai said. During their conversation, Jenna finally admitted that the concept of opening up was not an easy task for her, as she was never used to being the first person to speak up or approach someone. While understanding the kind of person Jenna is and being aware of the things she experienced while growing up, the stars on RHONY have all accepted that Jenna Lyons is different.
I just am blown away. We're still talking about this. It's not that big of a deal. Like, so inappropriate, and it's like someone's place of business. I don't think it's appropriate to like scream at other people, and that's not cool.
Is there another beach bar we can walk down to?
Sure.
They've all realized that Jenna is not much of an open person, and that they need to give her time and space for her to become more comfortable around them. As famous as Jenna is, it's hard to remember she's a real person, that she lives with the insecurities of forming real and meaningful relationships due to her own traumatic past. It's almost hard to believe it due to her popularity and the milestones she's achieved as an American businesswoman, fashion icon, and TV personality. But being social had always been difficult for Jenna. To this day, friendship is still hard for me. I don't have a huge network of friends because I never learned how to do it. Being on The Real Housewives of New York, she however mentioned that a lot's changed for her since joining the crew. Despite growing up in an unfriendly environment, Jenna revealed that she's now open to being a little more affectionate than before. She also mentioned that, unlike before, she's become psyched to take pictures with her fans, as now she sees the gesture as a huge compliment, which flatters her. While Jenna shares her story with the cast of The Real Housewives of New York, the moment also reveals the woman she grew up to become. Despite the trauma she endured, Jenna Lyons showed resilience and emerged as a beacon of strength. She chose not to let her past define her as she channeled her pain into her work, rising through the ranks of the fashion and entertainment industry to become a household name.